Intro. Hello, friends. Welcome back to English Through Stories. Today, we are going to dive into the story of one of the greatest empires in human history, the Roman Empire. For more than 1,000 years, Rome shaped the politics, culture, military, and philosophy of the Western world. From the rise of the Roman Republic to the mighty Roman Empire, from the glory of Julius Caesar to the fall of the Western Empire in 476 CE, this story is full of drama, lessons, and inspiration. Stay with me until the end, because this is not just the story of ancient Rome, it is also a mirror that shows us how power rises, how it is maintained, and why it sometimes falls apart. The birth of Rome. The story of Rome begins with legends. According to mythology, Rome was founded in 753 BCE by the twin brothers Romulus and Remus, raised by a she-wolf. They grew into strong leaders. But in a tragic twist, Romulus killed his brother Remus and became the first king of Rome, giving his name to the city. Though legendary, this story reflects the Roman spirit, ambition, struggle, and the belief in destiny. At first, Rome was ruled by kings. Later, around 509 BCE, the Romans overthrew their monarchy and created a new system of government, the Roman Republic. This was a unique experiment in history, a system where citizens elected their leaders and representatives, and where laws were written to ensure fairness. The Roman Republic. Discipline and expansion. The Republic was built on values of duty, discipline, and loyalty. Roman citizens believed in serving their state, and soldiers, called legionaries, became the backbone of Rome's power. Through war and diplomacy, Rome expanded. They fought against neighboring tribes, conquered Italy, and then faced their greatest rival, Carthage. The wars with Carthage, called the Punic Wars, were some of the bloodiest in history. The most famous Carthaginian general was Hannibal, who crossed the Alps with elephants to surprise Rome. Yet after years of struggle, Rome finally defeated Carthage and became the dominant power in the Mediterranean. By the 2nd century BCE, Rome controlled vast territories, Spain, Greece, parts of Africa, and much more. The glory and the crisis of the Republic. As Rome grew richer, problems also grew. Wealthy senators and generals became more powerful than the laws themselves. Ordinary citizens suffered poverty while the elite enjoyed luxury. This period gave rise to strong leaders like Julius Caesar. A brilliant general, Caesar conquered Gaul, modern France, and became immensely popular among the people. But his ambition threatened the Senate. In 49 BCE, Caesar crossed the Rubicon River with his army, an action that started a civil war. He emerged victorious and declared himself dictator for life. But power and ambition came at a cost. In 44 BCE, Caesar was assassinated by senators who feared he was becoming a king. His death plunged Rome into chaos once again. The birth of the Roman Empire. After Caesar's assassination, a new struggle for power began. His adopted son, Octavian, defeated his rivals, including Mark Antony and Cleopatra. In 27 BCE, Octavian became the first Roman emperor and took the title Augustus. This marked the beginning of the Roman Empire. Under Augustus, Rome entered a golden age known as the Pax Romana, the Roman peace. For more than 200 years, Rome enjoyed relative stability, prosperity, and expansion. Roads connected the empire, trade flourished, and great monuments like the Colosseum and aqueducts were built. The empire stretched from Britain in the west to Egypt in the south, and from Spain in the west to Mesopotamia in the east. It was one of the largest empires the world had ever seen. Roman society and culture. Rome was not just about war and power. It was also about culture and ideas. Law. Roman law became the foundation of many modern legal systems. Engineering. They built roads, bridges, aqueducts, and amphitheaters that still inspire architects today. Language. Latin, the language of Rome, became the root of many European languages such as Spanish, French, and Italian. Religion. Romans worshipped many gods, but in the 4th century CE, Christianity spread across the empire and eventually became its official religion. Roman culture was a mix of discipline, luxury, and innovation, a civilization that valued both war and art. Challenges and decline, but no empire lasts forever. As Rome grew larger, problems multiplied. 1. Economic troubles. Heavy taxes and inflation weakened the economy. 2. Military strain. Constant wars drained resources. The army became dependent on foreign mercenaries who were less loyal. Political corruption. Emperors came and went. Some were strong, but many were weak, cruel, or greedy. Invasions. Tribes from the north, known as barbarians, began attacking Roman lands. The Goths, Vandals, and Huns all challenged Rome's borders. In 285 CE, Emperor Diocletian divided the empire into east and west to make it easier to govern. The Eastern Empire, with its capital in Constantinople, survived for another 1,000 years, but the Western Empire grew weaker. The fall of Rome. The final blow came in 476 CE, when the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was overthrown by a Germanic chief named Odoacer. This event is often marked as the fall of the Western Roman Empire. Yet Rome never truly disappeared. The Eastern Empire, known as the Byzantine Empire, carried Roman traditions, law, and culture for centuries more. And even today, much of Western civilization, from our laws to our languages, carries the legacy of Rome. Otro. The story of the Roman Empire is the story of human ambition at its greatest heights. It rose from a small city to a world power, shaping history in countless ways. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English Through Stories.